So, last episode, guys, a nail biter of a battle that still has yet to end. Eh? Eh?
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah, this guy's pretty tough. Pretty tough.
AC's pretty high.
I'm gonna let you a little secret. Because the rolls have been so kind, I've been holding back. You can do stuff, and it's like, do I attack? Or do I use my innate magical spell abilities? Or do I attack? And the attacks have no joke, and the dice have been kind for me, so it's just like, well, he's been attacking, he's stretching the arms and legs. But now that I'm getting beat up, maybe it's time to go on the defense and pull out some really cool spells. Well, I've already Dimension Door for the day, so I can't just bugger off. I mean, I am here. What was he? He was yelling? That's kind of weird. He actually yelled something political before he charged up a hill. Interesting. Glug glug. Let's roll some credits.
No, actually, to be honest, I'm like, all I've done is I went from being gnome mode to frog mode.
Sweet.
Yeah. Well, let's see. It's exciting.
Your hits are going to start hitting here in a minute. You have a similar bonus to the halfling and me. You've got a 23. Yeah. I've got a 22. She's got a 23. You've just had really shitty.
Yeah.
I
just stay on brand. No, I laugh because as I like was rolling better, like I was doing the multiple attack penalty. As I was rolling better, the map was countering it almost perfectly. I'm like, wow, you've rolled a 5. Cool. Next round. I'm like, rolled a 9. I'm like, that's like rolling a 5 on your first hit. It's like, oh, look, you rolled a 15. Yep. I'm like, that's like rolling. I'm like, if we can inverse my rolls, it would be phenomenal. But yeah.
Be awesome.
No, I like to stay on brand. I like to be consistent.
Glug.
Better now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Feel much better.
Excellent.
My monster's doing well. I'm having a good time. How are you doing, Ryan?
Always good. Always good.
Make him work for it. Speaking of a scared champion, there's a bug in the sky. Care to swat it? What do you want to do, Glug Glug?
He's still floating out there just outside of melee.
Floating like a butterfly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you were
using his reach, so I will
clutching your javelin and spear, going, God, protect me, +2, or something. You whispered. Yeah.
I'm gonna.
That's how I picture.
He gave us
going
kites.
to gird my loins.
Wow.
I know that Kyrgyz protects me, and hurl my javelin at my smite buddy.
I'm sorry. Is it Kyrgyz girding your loins, or is it Kyrgyz curding your loins? Which one was it?
Curdling.
Oh.
I hit, and I do 15 points of holy damage.
Youch.
Plus the effect of doing holy damage.
With the additional 10 of the ouchies.
Yeah.
Yep, got you covered.
I will. That seemed to go pretty well. I probably shouldn't, but I will. No. I did that. I'm going to raise my shield. That's what I'm going to do.
All right.
And I'm done. I did damage. That's sort of like, wait a minute.
I helped. I'm helping.
Quit while I am ahead and do something that will maybe give me some hit points. I've got his attention. I want him swinging at me, so.
I threw my weapon away, and I'm still beating you guys up. But he is hurt. He is hurting. There's Ichor raining down on you. Frosty Ichor. Yeah. Well, I'm not right above you. But... Karam, what do you want to do? I'll get ready. You're on deck.
I'll probably hit him.
Probably.
I was wondering, could you try and raise him in this air? If you hold down Alt and then use your mouse wheel, I think you can raise and lower him
off the ground.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
And that'll help.
Oh,
Oh,
wrong
there
one.
it is. I
There we
see it.
go.
There you go. Yeah, that's
Oh,
about
for the
right.
for range effects, right? I said I was 15 feet.
Yeah.
Now I'm 10 feet off the ground. Sweet. Thank you, Fancy Grounds. You should work for them, Drew. You've been nothing but helpful since we brought you on
Kickbacks.
board. Save me watching
Unlike
all those little
Muros,
videos.
I just completely bitch about Fantasy Grounds.
And yet you're a beast in this game, dude. You really are. Literally.
I know. I turned into one. I specifically chose the path.
Fantasy Grounds dice rolls have not been kind to Ryan Messina. This is true. But
Yeah.
it is so
but it's
cool. Like you
fair.
move the little wheel and you.
Yeah. I love
That's
you,
you complaining in our in our evil game. You're like ripping everything apart.
It's like a
so.
great toxic relationship. I keep coming back.
Don't listen to him. He ripped apart like he did a boss fight solo in our evil game like a couple of weeks ago. So I'm listening to you complaining. Karen, what do you want to do? Should I say the
so
new
I-
Aiden that we like to interrupt so much?
Used a devised stratagem for 37, which is a hit.
Oh, there we go.
A little bit of payback. 21, resisted for 11.
Nice. Oh, how come I'm not resisting? How come I'm not resisting Glug Glug's damage? Is that
'Cause it's
because
holy?
He does holy damage.
So not only is it not
Yep.
resisting it, I got to eat another 10 weakness on top of it, or is that?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if that's it putting in there. Huh.
He has a
Interesting.
weak spot. It's a key-shaped hole, and Glug Glug is
It-
just like
It's a javelin shaped hole,
Insert.
obviously. I'm sorry, Karam. I'm sorry. Poor Drew.
He's not.
All right. Yeah, I am done. Devised stratagem, shoot, and that's me because I'm slowed.
Okay. So you got one more round of this to suffer.
Yep, one more.
Did we roll a d4 for Alll? Yeah, we did 3, right? So this is your second round of being slowed. Because we kind of did you around, so yeah.
yeah, you did me all right.
Yeah.
I don't even know. What do I do?
Cast spells.
Just do a first level force barrage. 2 little force berries.
Oh crap, Glug Glug. Did you restrict your actions? Because it's slowed? Oh, so you still got your shield up though, right? Okay.
Correct.
It wasn't a big deal. It was a big deal, but it was just checking.
No, but I should have slowed off of me now because that was my second round of having been slowed, and we rolled a 2 on the D2. So,
We only played we only played one round of combat.
but I have had 2 rounds of only 2 actions.
Oh, you went early in this round. So yeah, I got you.
Correct.
I got you. Sorry, it just came off now. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
I'll be all right.
So yeah, I just shot 2 force barrage missiles at him. Bing bing, 5 damage.
Aha. Oh, helping.
So, yep.
Every little bit helps. Meanwhile, all by himself, glowing, flaming anime auras. Mr. Joe Gibson playing Niles. Vicar. Sorry. What happens when we get to 12th level? Do we get you like Force Master? Do we get you a new title? High priest?
idea.
You know, we're missing a pope. Pope Niles.
He could be abbot. He could be a cardinal.
You get someone needs to.
Niles is clearly not a hugger. You know.
Get a couple drinks into him, he's all over you. But getting casting spells and it's stay away. Sorry, Joe. What do you want to do?
I would like to, first action, raise my shield.
Okay.
Run up. to
Second
my
action.
allies. No.
Run up to Mr. Demon.
Okay. All right. What's your movement?
30.
5, 10, 20, 25, 30. Yep. Just get to the edge of him. Wow. Unfortunately, I'm 10 feet off the ground, and you only have a 5-foot emanation. So the top of your emanation is hitting the bottom of my... Good question.
Trimming the toenails, they call that.
Yeah. He'll just jump as his last action, right? So you get 2 actions left, dude. All I need is a DC 5. You just need jump. That's
I got
fantastic.
one action left. I got
Yeah,
one
yeah.
action left. So.
Just jump in the air, man. You'll hit him.
Jump and swing.
Hop. Yeah.
Hop and swing. Sure. I can do that.
Oh, I thought you were hitting him with your force field. You could reach over your head and poke him with your rapier. Sure, that's a single action.
Yep.
But if you just jump straight up and hit him with the force field, would that not do more damage?
No, he'll do 4.
Oh.
So,
Do you
So,
have
yeah,
any
It'll do more damage than Albrecht.
yes, but
leaping strike?
I will try.
No, it won't, because it'll
to hit him.
because he'll resist it.
Leaping
Let's see what
strike.
happens here.
He didn't resist
So
my missiles.
a 35.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah.
Nice. That
Pay,
hits.
pay attention, Muros. Now Vicar is the man.
Dear fantasy ground.
9 damage.
No.
Burn, though, the
No,
damage.
no.
I know.
See, this is the
You-
balance.
You might be the man. You might be the man face to face, but if you present Vicar with a soft underbelly, well,
Yeah.
I'm just poke.
I have taken a demon out before by myself.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yes. Yeah. You went full
That's
Gundam
right.
on that guy.
If only we knew there was some kind of special weapon we could use against demons that would be very effective against our demon. Anyone?
Yeah,
No?
I don't have it.
Where is that?
So,
The elves gave us.
no idea.
The elves gave us a special
Yeah,
weapon
where
in
did
book
that-
2. Going, where did it go? Who's got it? Who's got the elven dagger of silver demonness? Anything? Anyone? No.
I
Did you
think
guys
that's,
sell it?
No,
no,
I
think
bet you.
It went
Oh,
with the
it
green
was-
guy.
Yeah, it went with the green guy.
Aiden.
What?
Aiden's character.
Oh,
Gave it
we
to
gave
our
it.
rogue.
Can we start saying the
To our
other green
rogue.
guy? Do you
Sorry, the
mind?
other, the small green guy.
Feel familiar enough at this point that I.
Thanks.
To the small.
For one green guy to say a green guy to another green guy, that's okay. But
I'll t-
when you're
I'll
not
t-
green and you say it,
I'll tell you what. You guys get home.
I
and you'll
croak
find-
in the background.
You'll find a care package, Niles, at the back of the bar. Not only with the dagger, but with the shadow sword that he walked off with. Now there's a weapon. With a here, you can borrow these until I get back, and then have at there you go. But you gotta go home, just so that this doesn't carry into book 4 in case we don't get Aiden back anytime soon. Anyway, with a poke, but he did hit, but unfortunately resisted 9 points for damage, which brings us to. Yes, Anvilbender.
Redeem thyself.
Yes, Frog at large.
You know what? I the nomming. Wait, actually, he is range for me to nom, isn't he? Yeah, I can't nom.
I'm 15 feet away
15 feet.
and 10 feet up, but you got like a 30-foot reach, so that's Pythagorean.
Well, I mean, with my
blah, 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 blah,
jaws,
blah,
I have a 15 foot. So I have a 15-foot reach with my jaw.
No, it's a little too far away for the jaws, but you could get him with a 30 reach.
Yeah, you probably have to move in.
Because I'm
I
10
won't
feet
argue
off
with
the
Pythagorean
ground.
Theorem.
I am 10 feet off the ground plus 15 feet away,
Uh-huh.
so I don't think you're going to get me with your jaws.
I
I'm
see
also 10 feet in the air.
away.
Yes, and I'm
But I
10
will-
feet in the air.
I will save.
Weren't you
the
there for the
Pythagorean
mouse scrolling class of Andrew? The mouse scrolled. I'm 10 feet in the air. See the little plus 10 on me? That means I'm 10 feet in the air.
So we can't see it. We can't see it because of
The glow.
Of the glow.
Theorem. Yeah,
Feel better?
I am so. green right now.
I don't know what's going on.
You know what I should have did? I should have just let Ryan hit him. I can't see it. Oh, I guess he's not 10 feet in the air. And he just hits him. And the demon's like, how are you doing that?
Adjust. You could hit him in a 5 square if you use 5 square adjust, but you would need to burn a move on the 15-footer.
The blood.
I have the jazz on that, but you know what I've always relied on as being a frog? My
What?
tongue.
You can't just
Tongue.
move up. He's got a point. You don't have to hit me from
Nah,
afar.
I got my tongue. I'm using my
All right.
tongue.
Okay.
I'm
Speak
convinced
to the
myself.
tongue.
The tongue will
All right.
always hit the mark. Master
Target-
of wet willies.
Tongue, target, lock. Go ahead.
Flurry of tongue lickings. Ah, la, 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 la.
He rolls a 4. Oh my God! Here, I'll write that letter for you, dear Fantasy Grounds. Thank you. The GM is having such a good
that
time.
was Fantasy Ground was 100% what I was going to say. All right, where's the other half of that flurry? Oh, 2.
You're just gonna take the FG out of FGU? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Critical miss.
I'm trying to make this like a gag here, man, but I'm like, you're really poking my
Do you want to
balloon.
hero point that? You could hero point that one, so it's not a.
I'm going to hero point that. Oh,
Why
wait,
don't
I
you
don't
hero
have any
point
hero
that?
points. It's a new game. It's a hero point. I got a hero point, right?
Sure. I'm pretty sure they need to reset anyway. Go ahead, guys. If you have 0, 1, or 2 hero points, please set everyone's hero point to 1, including
All right,
Doug. Who
let's try
burned
that
his last
again.
Game.
Oh, look at that, a 15. Hey, it's a hit. Hooray.
Yay! We don't want Ryan to go on strike. Sure, you have your point.
22 points of licking damage.
Smack.
Directly to the earlobe, please.
It does
Okay.
not look like that was resisted either.
It didn't resist his. Why doesn't it resist his?
Oh, because I'm a monk.
Because
Oh,
He has
he's got adamantine.
Adamantine, yeah. Adamantine tip tongue. He's got the tongue piercing and just the one little ball and it smacks people with it, right?
He felt that on the inner lobe.
Cracking shell. Have you ever hit a flying insect and for some reason, like you can tell you heard it really bad and it does the warble flight, like the big, like it's completely messed up. It will not have long for this earth. And you just watch it in slow motion going, should I finish it off? But this is so cool. Like this is where this dude is at now. He is a strike away from deathly fiend demise. So if you hit him with your next strike, I would like a kill shot description.
Very, very fair. All right, so for my second action,
Okay.
I will take a lick attack. Yeah. 25, miss. For my third action, another lick attack. Yeah. 2. Critical miss. That gets rid of my chance of doing it one more time.
Yeah, didn't you have a critical miss earlier?
No, I
you actually-
hero pointed that away.
Oh, okay, right. So your critical miss takes off
Yeah.
your last action, and we're
Turns
still.
out it was my destiny. It was my destiny.
I'm sorry, right? I shouldn't have said anything. I was
Don't
so
say sorry
sure.
when you're not.
Not sorry.
Halfling's gonna steal our kill. No,
Round.
I am happy for the Halfling to get the kill, Frank.
But I want to eat it. I want to
Round
eat it. Gain its power.
4. She actually is digging through her pack for something because she's finding her hoe to be not so effective,
Affectious?
and maybe it's healing potions to help you guys.
My hoe's not affectionate.
Yep.
What are you, a rake?
Yep. Which brings me to the large fiend. Oh, I'm actually using a fly spell. I'm actually not using wings. I thought I had buggy wings that popped out. He actually is flying around via spell. Isn't that neat?
So he would have had to have cast that and then moved, and he's slowed this round.
Well, it gives him flight, like speed, 35 feet fly,
Right.
blah blah blah.
But
Right.
he
So
had to cast it, right?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
And then he
we could retcon a whole bunch of stuff. Because you know what I would do?
Nope. Nope.
If I had to cast the spell fly to lift off the ground, I would have just cast a very different spell, and this combat would have gone very differently. So,
That's cool.
however, so that we are,
But we're cool. We're here, and he's
no,
only
no,
got 2 actions anyway, right?
I am in the air, and I owe the action economy 2 actions, right? So I'll take them now, so that at the end of this round, his action economy is caught up to where he's at. Simple enough. This is what I would do to you guys. If we screwed something up, I'd say take it now. So I'm slowed. So I only have 2 actions. And I would need them to cast that spell. But wouldn't that mean I'd slowly land during my turn?
Because you didn't move.
That is correct.
So that logic doesn't work.
It'd
It
be cool with us if that happens, but my tongue is still in his ear.
So, cashing in the fact that I let Alll keep all of his imaginary errata spell damage, niceness, we'll just Doug's cool with it. I'm sure you
Technically,
guys
it's
are cool
all
with it.
made up.
Yeah, we'll keep him in the air. Sorry, I'm just quickly reading a spell.
I wanted to give him his true name. I wish to call him Buzz Buzz.
What's your name?
Chill Buzz.
Yeah, chill Buzz. More on point. We can call him CB when he, starts wearing sunglasses. Yo, I'm CB.
Okay. So how many? Oh, okay. Sorry. Never mind. That spell takes 10 minutes to cast, so I guess no. I'm looking at the spell going, this is so cool, and I can do all this shit. And it's like,
Yeah.
it takes 10 minutes to cast Illusionary Scene, which I've heightened to 6th level, which means my illusions can talk and all this shit. And I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
And it's like, no. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cast Cone of Cold straight down on your heads and just let myself slowly faint to the ground because it's a 2-action spell. And when my
Does that provoke an attack of opportunity when you float down through my squares?
That's movement.
Right, through my threatened area.
I don't know, look up the fly
Wait.
spell and tell me what happens when it ends.
You gently float down like a little.
Because do you have to spend an action flying for the fly spell, or do you have to spend an action for flying when you're flying flapping wings? There could be a difference. Cone of Cold. 60-foot cone. But I'm casting it straight down. So and I'm only 10 feet in the
10
air. So
feet?
I don't think I can't really hit everybody.
No,
I'd
you're
have to
making a
kinda
really cool ice landing pad, though.
Well, I could angle it down at you and the champion and maybe hit 2 of you for my 60-foot kind of, you know what I mean? I was thinking like
And
a
when you
cone, like take a dunce cone and
Yeah,
turn
if you
it
were
upside
60
down
feet up in the air and you did that,
yeah,
you'd have a
yeah.
nice
It would
60-foot
be
AoE.
awesome. Yeah, but I don't have that. So
You're like, hiya! Aww.
yeah. So
Yeah, no, I see where you're. I see what you're
Yeah.
looking at.
So what I'm gonna do is just because it's kind of a 90-degree bank because I want to get the champion in there, just kind of angle it down and out, and I'm gonna try and catch you and the champion with that, and that'll be my spell.
I'm an
and
easy
then
target.
We will discuss what happens. Can I have a basic reflex from Glug Glug and Muros, please?
Basic reflex. Look at that. 39.
31.
Hmm.
$21.
Oh, if you want to lean into my area, thank you.
No, he wants to make it look like he's coolly diving out of it. He's like 10 feet away from the edge.
Oh, I'm not in it. Sorry, my bad. I thought I was in it too.
I don't think you would be because it's not very wide near me. So I go 10 feet down, and if I'm kind of leaning on the right, to get Glug Glug, I think you're kind of like a square away. I don't think I would really It's just be nice to Matt night, I guess. Who else is getting
No, it's
screwed?
not.
Who else gets screwed? Nicely put you to sleep. Nicely do this and this. Exactly.
And if it's reflex based and I succeeded, I take total success.
Oh, I didn't queue up the spell. It's waiting for you to roll now.
Can I drag my? I mean,
I don't know.
The previous?
Glug glug reflex. Oh, there it is. There we go. I mean, it says it.
Cool.
Save.
what was the difficulty?
I don't know. See, that's the thing. My character sheets, this thing's character sheet. Sorry, I got so much open here because I had so much going on. Let me
They
just
hit
write
it
this
with
down.
math.
Should be like 29, 30 maybe.
I'm a 13th level caster, plus. My DC so far have been 31 and 32. So I'm going to say you guys, I won't split hairs with Doug. I'll say that you guys probably both hit. It's, which is it? Where'd it go? It's like a 5th level spell. What's the formula again there, Ryan? I mean, Joe?
Fifth level spell, so should roughly be shit.
Like all my DCs are 31, 32 because of my level
So
and blah.
yeah, so it's your
Yeah.
proficiency
Oh, here we go. Oh,
stat.
here it. Sorry,
Okay.
I've got it here. Innate spells, DC 33
There we go.
for the cone of cold, blah blah blah, wall of ice. Okay, so there we go. So 33. So I have a fail from Glug Glug. I have a save, but only by 6 from Nero.
Critical
So if you-
success from me.
because of your ability.
Path to perfection.
Right.
All succeeds are critical succeeds.
Okay.
For reflex.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I actually have
it
2 of them now.
is
So.
oh, that's cool. The frog does this big tuck and roll. Mwah. Monk power. How unusual. Yeah, really just jumps out of the way.
You missed the broadside of a barn with a cone attack.
Jumped in the air. I've lost my spell because I clicked on it that I casted it and it actually deletes the damn thing from my son of a bitch.
Oh, you want to
Fine.
know the damage?
Yeah.
Okay,
Heightened to
so well,
7th.
for starters, Cone of Cold doesn't exist anymore. It's now called Howling Blizzard.
He had it at 7th level, so I'm guessing he heightened it.
Dozuas!
Twice. Okay, so that would be 12d6.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ba-ba! So with a basic save fail for Doug, Glug Glug takes 48 cold. Neros takes Zippo. Glug Glug, do you have any
I don't jump
resistances?
out of the range. I jump behind Glug Glug. And somehow, I don't get hit.
I've seen Fogs narrow, like wiggling over logs and stuff. I'm sure, yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
No, I don't have any resistance. I take that on the chin.
Okay.
I'm just hoping that he falls through and I get a free attack on him here in a second.
Right, so getting back to the fly spell. Anybody looking that up?
So, yeah, I've got that up. So,
Yep.
fly gives you a fly speed equal to its speed or 20 feet, whichever is greater. Fly is separately a move action. You can move straight for 10 feet, straight down for 10 feet for every 5 feet, blah, blah, blah. You move, if you fly to the ground, you don't take falling damage. You can use an action to fly 0 feet to hover in place. If you're airborne at the end of your turn and don't use a fly action this round, you fall.
Oh, okay. All right. So since I'm only like falling 10 feet, he just takes it like an acrobatic jump down, and that's movement. So you both get an attack of opportunity because technically with his 30-foot range and I'm coming right into your, you know what I mean? You can both have a swing at me.
Orcs before amphibians.
Because I'm just going to drop. I'll let the spell end and just hop down 10 feet, as it were, as if I was hopping off a landing. I'll just make myself
Do the superhero landing.
Yeah, boom. Right? All part of my plan. Acrobatics 22.
Nat 20.
So,
Oh, nice.
so he hops down 34, and I look down, and I've got a javelin sticking out of me.
For 37 points of damage plus his weakness.
But because the attacks of opportunity are simultaneous, I would still like Muros, and you guys can spend a tourney arguing who killed him.
I see what you're trying to do here.
We will.
Come on.
Muros has to hit him, so.
Yeah. There is
Congratulations, Glug Glug. Never mind, Ryan. We know what's going to happen.
that. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
32. Yeah. I clap with my tongue.
It is impressive how he opened him up and cut him in half as he came down with a tiny pointed weapon. I mean, that's an impressive feat of strength, is it not? But it happened.
That's why you always get a returning stone on your ranged weapon, bro.
He's got taglines. This thing had a single hit point left. It had 215 hit points, and you guys were just chopping away. I didn't get the chance to throw up my wall of ice and all this, and I'm like, they'll go around it. Or I was going to drop it on your heads, but I'm like, not high enough in the air.
He could have split us in half, and that would have been a fun. That
Yeah.
That would have made it much harder.
But
we'd had to climb it.
If he has the time to think and starts prepping the battlefield, that was one way. But the script they gave this guy, he just seemed to be like a hands-on dude. Like he used a spell just to get next to you. You know what I mean? Like it even says in the script, he wastes his dimension door after he says his little political rant 100 feet away and pops right in between you guys and starts swinging. And that seemed to set the tone for me. Anyway, now I'm a big bug smear. Splat.
Can I eat him?
No, because I'm a summoned creature, and most of me, besides some ichor that dripped off of me during the fight, actually disappears.
Oh,
Unless they change that, do summoned creatures still dematerialize? Go back to whatever? Or do we leave a husk of something for Muros to expand his culinary skills? Popsicles in the summer.
Yeah.
I'm thinking you're going to have your tongue stuck to a mound of ice on the ground for like the next week, but yeah, whatever you The adventure is called Free Muros.
It's like the
Albrecht,
Excalibur with the gnome.
I'm going to lay hands on you, Albrecht.
Touch me.
Yeah, clear your targets.
You love me.
Clear your targets and retarget, boys, because Glug Glug has 88 hit point damage. Karam has 40. Muros
Thank you.
didn't get hit. Yeah.
Fixed my butthole.
At least, Muros, you didn't get hit.
Not once.
Yeah, you didn't hit anything, but you didn't get hit, so it wasn't such a crappy...
I hit once.
Did
He
you?
wasn't really a threat to him, so
Yeah.
I know. I wasn't I was really intent on that eyeballing that halfling. He looked like the real threat, you know what I'm saying?
Fair enough. Somehow the huge frog, not a threat, but,
Hey,
the two halflings pulled our weight.
I mean, I got out damaged by a poo-flinging NPC. So, there's
I did my
that.
part. Go Nolly Pelly.
I think the dwarves need to go do some soul searching at this. Well, sorry, I still identify as dwarf, just so everyone's like, when I say dwarves, I include myself.
Nolly does stomp over to the giant frog and places her hands on her hips, looks at you intently, and then waves around at like the crowd of customers that you're now scaring.
Yeah.
So maybe they think you're some creature too. So she's like, anytime.
I contemplate eating her.
She narrows her eyes. The lightning passes between them. I
dismiss.
A Paizo NPC in 2 adventures, little lad.
Oh! I've been through 3 modules.
Do you see this? Tink, 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 tink. She taps her breastplate. Plot
Armor, that's right.
I'm a returning character.
That's right. I've been in 2 adventures. So I'm just saying, if you really want to change the dynamic of our Galorian world, I do have hit points and an AC. Have at her. You imagine? We don't trust anybody. Take her down. The Bellflower Network will. What? I don't think our NPC would. I don't think our halfling would like that very much.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't know.
thinking of my next
You'd
meal.
have to make me choose sides, and I might have to side with her.
Turn to the dark side.
I am, you know, I have a big belly. Just saying.
Did you? I did hear dismiss. So you're Muros again?
Yeah, I am Muros again.
Okay. I appreciate you letting me have my fun though, Ryan. For that.
Oh,
That's good.
of course, 100%.
Hey.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah. Tangent never happened. So anyway,
I lay
didn't
hands
think of-
on-
The eye lock never stops though.
yeah. She never.
It's
She
like,
never.
I'm still contemplating eating her.
I didn't threaten the murder hobo with my hoe, and he did not eat a major storyline NPC from 2 adventure paths. The end. Okay.
I will
What?
move over.
And that's how I met your mother.
They're married. Just switches to a wedding scene. Pluglug's marrying the 2 of them. I guess he spit her out. Married her.
In the end, he did end up eating her.
Oh. Can I have anyone sleep? Got it right there.
As I move over to Karam and lay hands on him, I give him 36 hit points back, as well as Albrecht, as well as myself. So that's all 3 of my
Okay.
focus.
Can you guys tag that in?
I've done it.
Thank you. No, I meant like if you guys go to your own character sheets and.
No, I
you-
did it through my map.
Oh, you did the okay.
We're on the map, so I
Yeah,
targeted
he,
them.
he gave me
and-
the full reach around.
Mhm.
Okay. I see them now.
Hey, you have
You're looking at the
you have
frogs.
plus
I'm
2
just doing
AC for a
wingman
whole
over
round.
here.
Your healing in fantasy ground says heal statement 36 solid number. I'm used to like seeing a bunch of dice flying around to get my attention,
yeah.
so like a healing spell.
Yeah.
So
No,
it's a
sorry,
flat.
that didn't
I was
register.
just doing wingman activities the entire time while other things were happening on the battlefield.
Hey,
I love the known guaranteed amount of healing.
Oh, okay, so I got to write this down. So you remember the arm wrestling? No, was it the door? Getting through the door. It was the arm wrestling was the first challenge, right?
Right.
Between you
I
two?
won that.
Oh,
Yeah, I won
right.
that.
So it's right. So it's Glug Glug won, and then we had the kite fight, and Neuros won the kite fight, right?
I think, yes, Muros did win.
Yeah.
the- Yeah.
Okay, so 1 arm, 1 kite, and now we have 2 for Glug
One
Glug because
feed.
during
Yeah, come on.
the,
that
well
feed's
the attack of opportunity, right? The AOA.
Did you hit him once,
Yeah.
Muros?
Only once.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, see, this is why I'm adding that to your challenge. 'cause
Question:
not
how
only
many
did you-
times did you get hit?
3?
I got hit none.
Yeah, but that's a feat of
So you're
strength,
saying
not a
you were
feet of running away.
non-factor in this fight.
It's an athletic. It's
Is
an
you were neither
athletic feat.
target nor nor
I am a huge creature who got missed by a cone of tack.
Talk to your cousin who has stone bones, took it on the chin, and stayed there. No, there's a feat of strength. Alll 1, Neuros -1. Here, we just write this down. Just saying.
I've-
Keep
I think we can talk to Kurgus about this one there, which is the more impressive feat.
So, I'd like to call Kurgus and spend a patron point. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. And then get
He's
this
like,
at all.
fuck, I don't know. I'm just going to encourage competition.
patron point as opposed to a Patreon point.
Yeah. I've been saying that a lot, and no one's caught it.
Yeah. By the end of this, Muros is going to be a convert over to Kurgus just because I'm like, I'm going to worship him harder than you.
I actually pulled out. I think Matt was there for this. I'm picking on Doug for his spells and his right. You cast druidic primal spells, and
Yeah.
don't give lip service to Bubkus or anyone. So, is there a nature god, powers that be, Gaia? Is there some veneration, or are you some
No,
kind of
it's
savant
just-
that just?
The natural order of things has been Moros's kind of grow, like the more his mantra would be, how tall does a tree grow?
Okay.
And the answer is as tall as it possibly can.
Okay. If it was anybody else but this thick-headed, lovable lug, I would ask you for something else, because Drew's character, his crazy old man druid in Outlaws of Elkinstar, has the same approach of like, my little buddy mushroom leashy familiar that he has. He talks to him and stuff happens, right? And you'd have to be there. It just kind of works. And you're going like down the same road, and you know how I'm saying, like, don't have the same character twice.
Muros thinks gods are part of the natural order as well too.
Well, you met some. You got
they are
line.
not above. They're not above predators, and they're not above being prey.
You waited in line to meet Pharasma and got bored.
Yeah.
So it was
no. I have met deities. Have you met deities? I talked to them in person.
There's the people like you that go in a coma, come out, talk about the white light. But since I lost the footage of Joe's awesome roleplay, you can't stand on that leg. I'm sorry, that's just not happening.
Do you know how many deities I met in person, though? Canonically?
Unless we have
With you.
Unless you can name the episode, I don't know.
I can name the RP and the gods.
Anyway, any more healing? How are you guys feeling?
Karom dropped some healing on me, which got me pretty far up there.
Karom? Is it Karam or Karom? Is it like Jerome, the cousin we don't talk about? Karom. It's this next character.
So let me just get this clear. You're coming at me for my pronunciation?
Oh yes,
Which
please. Everyone jumps on my. Everyone jumps on my broken ass.
Fair. No, totally fair. Sorry. Is it Karom?
Hey,
Karam.
You're gonna have to take a couple more missed swings at grammar before they can call things a Dougism. I have Jeffism. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take quite a few more swings and misses before you're at my level, sunshine.
Yeah, it's not nice when someone goes after your shtick, is it, Jeff?
I've got another sheet here. It says Jeff and ticks across the page. Got no competition, none. Your grammar
I
is
gotta
impeccable,
turn a
everybody.
page to get to the fresh sheet there, Sonny.
Your grammar's impeccable. Sorry. Anyway, moving along.
No, we're mostly all healed up. If we get the chance to spend 10, 20, or 30 minutes, that would be great. But
No. You guys, as what I'm going to have happen next play out, you guys can count this as listening in, saying what you want to say, and resting. Because if you want to kind of park it here on the hill, you just fought a demon. Like, sure, no problem. Okay, so in the background, you guys want to reach.
The only thing I would say is if we have drawn a lot of attention to this spot, maybe we don't want to hang out here and like have to answer any questions. But because this was a fairly dramatic thing that just happened, do we is the city guard troll? You obviously GM just sort of.
No, we're
said
heroes,
that
dude. We caught a triad member and turned it in. We're like buddy. We're narcs
okay.
right now.
All right.
a big ice demon.
Can we find a better word than narc?
And we just turned in.
Tried
Right.
to
They love
kill
us.
the kite lady, and you guys fought it off.
Who?
So, no,
Yeah.
Just
He's
gave
looking
them an
around.
informant.
it was Frogman. Neros tries to do propaganda. First and foremost, after Nolly stops her staring contest with Neros and gets him to stand down at a frog form, she comes over to the rest of you, and Nolly does actually thank you guys. Can I have some religion checks in the tower as you guys are trying to contemplate what the froggy icicle hell, right? Like, what the what now? Am I right? What do we got here?
What the freeze pop was that?
Actually,
What did it taste like when I licked them?
You wasted that one, Niles. That's supposed to go
In the tower now.
Oh.
No, he brags.
Oh, I know exactly what that is.
I know it
No,
well. I
that-
had to say it out loud. I wouldn't even wait for the tower.
No, that was in the tower. The tower's like, you can't contain me.
Yeah.
I'll put this in Zoom, and both Karam and Vicar can, one can yes man, or you guys can discuss. But you do find something unusual about the demon's behavior backed up by both of you getting a successful DC 20 religion check. And I'll let you guys put what you see there in your own words. While everyone's over here doing impressions of Niles jumping on dice rolls.
Clearly, this was an ice demon from the ice demon realm.
You
So
can
that
demon
you-
or devil? Is there what demon or devil?
Fiend. It was a fiend. It was a
ice.
demon, right?
It was more
Wait.
ice than demon, in my expert opinion. You know when you eat ice cream too fast and you get a headache? This guy.
Brain freeze. That's what we'll call him.
I'm going to give Ryan a hero point for that. That was good. I picked on him earlier, and he ran with it in character. So that was pretty good, man. I'm going to give you a hero point for that. Now let's hear from the two guys that, don't hog the mic like the rest of us.
Savvy.
It's okay.
From talking to our friend on the way here, it seems very interesting that the Umbral Court would have called upon a devil or fiend to do their work. Perhaps it wasn't them.
What are you saying, says Nolly? What would they call upon? Or are you just saying they just wouldn't do it?
Waiting
Niles.
for my friend to step in.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I noticed you. He gave he left a key point out so you could jump in there, Joe.
Yeah.
I know you worked all day.
I don't even know what it is.
I'm not pronouncing that. Doug will pick on me.
Well, it's pretty easy to pronounce, but I don't know what it is. My phone's way the fuck over there. So,
Well,
yeah.
Niall
A
knows.
Velstrak.
Right. So a Velstrak seems more common for the Umbral Court to call upon because of their religious inklings. And due to your religious training and social training, this is something that the two of you guys are discussing. It poses more questions. What is a Velstrak? What do we know about the Umbral Court? But Nolly does cue in and she says, now that I think about it, you're right. I didn't clue into that right away. I suspect someone is trying to distract us, and maybe even the authorities, by capitalizing on the political climate between Ravenel and Medevil right now. But who would do that? Now, you guys know from your journey little merchant guy that he was like, from Medevil, he's coming here, and there's some kind of big negotiation between his country and Ravenel, which is kind of the area that we're in, that Kintargo sits in. There's tensions between the countries, and he's going to show up and I'm going to sell you a summonable creature, like a Velstrak, for security in these rough times, and someone's capitalizing on that, now we're believing, to the point where they would actually have a spellcaster pull a fiend from the abyss and give it dialogue and literally pull up its little flag and go, Umbral Court, and then just, you know what I mean? Like demons don't they like chaos. They free blood, and in they go. They the dude posed, turned to the camera and went, and then attacked you guys. Like, what the hell? You know what I mean? This is what you guys are now picking up on, thanks to dice rolls and me spoon feeding you RP. I think this is where Matt needs to say dun dun dun. Thank you. Well, that's usually what you do when we drop political lore. Can I have some perception in the tower?
See me, feel me.
With a lot of you, everybody. Well, it's not hard to hit DC 15 when perception check when your guys are 10th level now, 11th.
Yeah.
And fight
18 is
13th
the
level
level.
creatures.
We might be 11th level now. That was a tough fight.
I think you're so close. We'll back to it. Would you like to know how close you are? Would you like me to take a
After
minute
these
and pull
messages.
up? Hey, the fight's over. You know, I could pull up that XP chart. Right, I'm looking at it right now, Doug. If you want me to,
Bust. Oh,
you guys have now. Some of you say it says 1,555, but on your way to the next 1,000, on the way to your next level, you guys all have 555 XP, which means you're just over halfway there. I don't think any encounter is worth 300.
He was a
Just
demon.
No.
Just saying, it's there. It's likely. It's unlikely. It's But no. While we're talking about it, okay. Dude is there's low, moderate, and severe, and this was a severe encounter called a diabolic interruption, and he's worth a whopping not 60, not 80, not 90, not XP for roleplay, 120. Which I'll award your characters with now, bringing you all up to 675 as we edge closer to 9th and 10th and such.
It's at this point we should go back to the
11s
jungle
and
and
12s.
fuck around in the water some more.
And now back to our sponsor. Well,
I perceive
actually don't
something.
mind. Can we get XP? It's like, yeah, why not? You know, we'll take a moment. It's the best way to keep me from forgetting.
I see my future.
No, no. We talked about the crowd scattering and people watching, and it's not like everyone's swarming you, clapping you on the back, but people are watching. But the proverbial 30 feet away, like closer than the crowd, and watching you guys directly, you guys spot a portly halfling who seems obviously torn between approaching you guys and Nelly and just looking like he's minding his own business. What do you guys want to do?
Get him.
Hey, Owen's looking at me funny. You don't like looking at things that turn into green things. He's anti-greenite. I know it.
Niles spoke first. He rushes him with his force field.
Okay.
Hugs.
Hugs, free hugs. He's got a little sign that says free.
How long
hugs.
does that last, Joe? A minute?
1 minute.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're okay. No one wants to hug you anyway, but I'm just saying. A hug is available upon request. Please tell me you guys have seen the TV show called Severance. It's so good. Hug is available upon request.
I
Says
thought you were
the
going to say a
counselor.
hug is a free action.
It could be. Could be from Niles. He has the feats.
If it's willing on both sides, it's free. If not, it's a move.
You know, there's this ability. I'll pull up his character. It says right here, free action. If drinking, Vicar Niles can get a free grab. Yeah, my best. It's called, but you're my best friend. That's what the attack is called. Free grab on any adjacent, but not in front or behind. You know, any adjacent character. So, halfling in the wings, eyeballing you guys. Seems very hesitant to approach at the moment. What do you guys want to do?
The vicar spoke first.
Well, he didn't say I get him. He just said get him. So I guess you're up. I think that was a command, not a.
I will stand proudly, pointing at the halfling.
Look at halfling. I don't see many of those these days.
Well, you'll see a dust trail from where Muros was standing.
Niles 6 our halfling on the other halfling. Get him.
No, he sixth the gnome.
Racist prick.
Waiting for him
Who
to fix the
identified
gnome
as a
on body.
Pokemon battle.
DM is racist. Doesn't know his gnome from his halfling. I mean, really, people.
Well, we've
I would
got
be offended
one.
had I identified as a halfling. I'm like, I change species like daily, so really, for me, it's like, you all look the same to me.
I will follow at much slower rate, but
Okay. You guys gonna
I don't
wander
have a
over? And,
movement speed of what is yours? Like 40?
45.
45.
okay.
Yeah, it's like Saitama.
He nervously looks around, and it looks like he might flee, but he's so indecisive that you guys catch up to him pretty quickly and are looming over top of him before he kind of like runs
Hey,
off
buddy.
or whatever.
Well, wait, he's a halfling, right? So he's bigger than me in normal form.
Hey,
buddy!
Gnomes and halflings are about the same. Technically, a gnome's bigger.
Yeah, but halfling is more portly.
Yeah, this dude, it actually says he actually is portly. You guys note a portly
Halflings have
halfling.
hairier feet.
Yeah. You have the eyebrows for
then
height.
Are they allowed to have hairy feet? I think maybe has that been retconned?
Well, I mean,
Both.
like,
No, the bottoms of their feet are hairy now.
Yeah, right.
It's for
You guys look up
traction.
the- You guys go into the ancestries here in Fantasy Grounds, and it'll say 3.5, 4.5 feet tall, gnome halfling. But anyway, he doesn't exactly get away. You guys are looming, and he's looking at you guys wide-eyed. What do you want to do?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
You two, the strength twins. He pees a little.
I do have intimidating glare. No.
There's
I
that
do offer him a
meme.
drink.
There's that meme, a really happy, fluffy cartoon of you guys walking up looking like a chubby gnome and a chubby orc. Hey, buddy. And then there's like what he sees, and there's like a hellish landscape behind you guys, looming cartoon anime characters. Hey,
Yeah.
buddy. That's what I see.
Yeah,
I'm
dead
not the
demon
most
carcass in the
charismatic of
background.
it, but
Charismatic can be personal presence, you know.
Yeah, I put
Even hit-
0 points into that shit.
Palpatine and Hitler had charisma, dude. Shrink away, shrink away. No, he just freezes.
Yeah, so
We just lift him up from either side and bring him
you
over.
look like
We
you
found
need
this.
the drink. Hey, take a little swiff of this stuff here. It's something new from our distillery.
Oh, you offer him like a little libation? You got like a
Yeah.
flask?
Okay. My little, I my sip.
Okay.
Yeah, my flask.
Okay.
I've had this
There-
flask since like day one.
There is that moment of blinking and not
By the way,
registering.
it's like, yeah,
what?
yeah. Take
It's
a
what?
take a little sniffer.
Okay. So there is that moment of blinking where he
alcohol.
doesn't.
It's 80 proof.
It doesn't register, and then
It's
like,
dwarven.
the simple gesture of hospitality to a halfling, like his instincts kick in, and he reaches for it, and he thanks you for it, and he
Hey,
takes a swing.
careful! It's dwarven stout of 80 proof.
Okay. He gulps it down, tears well up in his eyes, hands it back to you.
All right, now try it like this, and then I make him a little concoction. Doing my best imitation of Albert.
Got him over a barrel with a big tube and a funnel. Where are we going with this?
doing a Tom Cruise impression from.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cocktails. Totally cocktails.
Go.
That's got to be a
but-
performance check, right?
Yeah.
Anybody else want to step in and save this mook?
Carom.
Well,
Hey,
I'm letting
friend.
them have their go because, like, at the last, you remember when you guys hit the warehouse? Those two were in the back. Let you guys take the lead. So I'm just letting them take the lead on this. But
Yeah. What happens when you let the muscle make the diplomacy checks?
yeah, chug.
It turns into a party. That's what happens.
He's you know those guys that rip off their shirt but paint the big letters on them like they're wearing a varsity sweater. You know, like, got them all. You know, like they already got them.
Yeah.
Do the dance.
I start putting my family's war paint on his
Yeah.
face for the war mask. Now this is going to give you great bonuses. Over
Yeah,
the next
between
day.
Glugglug and Muros, it's all we're like, all right, I got G, you got R, we need 3 more people. Then we say green.
One's on the left, arm around me, forcing drinks. The other one's on the other side,
Are
painting
we
my
bad
face.
frat guys? Is that what we're turning into? Let's not turn into bad frat guys.
Please.
No, we're turning into the good frat guys.
Yeah. Fraternity
Bunch
of
of
two.
alpha Sigma bros.
Oh my god, you guys are painting a giant K on his chest for Kyrgyz. You are a fraternity.
You want to do Kyrgyzstans?
Two squats.
It's a competition. Let's do this now. Bag of holding
so-
kegs.
Drew, Karam has an ability. You have the acronym. What's the targeting one with your intelligence? It's called the
Oh, device stratagem.
device stratagem. Even using that, there's no hope for this dude. You better get in there.
Device strategy, like he's discombobulated no matter what happens.
Yeah, how to get him out of this mess. No, there's no helping this dude. Walks away.
I'll just
Engage
walk in
Muros.
and
Drinking competition. Discombobulate.
I'll start guiding him away, and so I can get him away from the rowdy brothers.
Okay.
Yeah.
And,
And it's just left with a Glug Glug and Muros doing keg stands.
Kyrgyzstans.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Kyrgyzstans.
There's that moment where they hesitate, look at each other, and start discussing on how it should be done. This is your moment just to like eke him out of there and get him over the rest of the party.
You critique us on our approach of how we're supposed to perform these things, and that ignites an argument between
Beer
us.
pong.
Yeah. Just grab the kite. We could take this to the next level.
Yeah.
Okay. So while they're in the background doing that, boys
This
up
is
front.
what I do to refocus, Jeff. This is what.
Oh, of course. Of course. This is why I've been letting this go on. But now that we're nearing the hour mark, well, you guys are in the back there. Halfling Karam brings Halfling. I'm sorry, you didn't catch his name, did you?
Portly guy.
Portly. You could ask his name. I have a name, you know.
Hello, friend. I couldn't help but notice you seemed like you wanted to chat with us potentially. Is there anything you want to talk
I
about?
feel so discombobulated. Sorry, couldn't help it. Are those
they're a
your
rough
friends? He's looking down at the K, put his sweater back on. Will this wash out? No, not the war paint. I'm keeping that. Gives me bonuses, but this big K off my chest. I wanted to talk to. He looks over. He points at Nellie shyly. Are you with her? I saw what happened. You fought the demon.
Yes, we definitely fought together. We haven't had a chance to talk very long.
Oh, he says, my name is Keb, and I gotta ask, how do you hold your hoe? And he makes like he's holding an actual farm implement, not.
The
Look at Ryan,
disgusting way to talk about women, Jeff. Farming.
I just love. I'm just. What? No, no, don't twist my words. I'm starting a page. Matt, twisting my.
How do you hold your hoe?
Yeah, it's a shaft of a pole with a crooked. Never mind.
How do you hold
He's
your
giving you
hoe?
secret. He's giving you secret Bellflower Network lingo. Do you respond or play ignorant?
I hold it down low.
Okay. It actually, he's asking the height of it would signify how high or low ranking in the network you might be. So even though he's asking you how you hold your hoe, he's making an imaginary hoe. God. He looks like he's holding an imaginary rake down low, showing you that he's actually a low-ranking member of the Bellflower Network. I'm really glad, actually, that the fraternity brothers are not part of this particular conversation because they would going to lose it. As we're walking back to Nellie and Alll and Niles. Anyway, he IDs himself as a low-ranking member of the Bellflower Network. Do you respond? Kind? Yes, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe a little higher than him, but yeah, still.
Yeah, I would say how many levels, how many archetype levels do you have in that?
Let's see. It started at 6, so 6, 8, and 10, so 3.
Okay, if you've got 3 under your belt, then you can throw your weight around a little. You're not a high-ranking member, but you'd definitely be the upper middle or in the middle where, you're definitely higher than these guys. You're field agent, obviously. And, yeah. Okay. Do you let them know that, or you just let it go?
Yeah, I would let him know roughly where I'm at.
Thank you, Ryan. I don't need the dictionary textbook reference of what a rake is. I was just trying to get off the other. Never mind. Why am I feeding that fire? So he gets over there. Nolly notices him. Alll, Niles, she's with you, and says, excuse me. Or sorry, doesn't say excuse me, just goes over to him and doesn't excuse herself like you should not come with her. You know what I mean? So you guys are read a,
Totally
Tag.
going with her.
yeah, she doesn't seem to like give me a minute with my fellow halflings. She just, Keb, gives you a wink and then goes over. So you guys, seem to be allowed to loom. Again, a moment where he seems to register the non-halfling people and look at her, and she just nods like they're cool. Nolly, just before all that mayhem, I seen a fella there, and he just kind of points, not exactly the direction where the demon came from, but still off the side of the hill, skulking around on the far side of the hill by some of them trees. A tall human, goldish skin, full beard, red cloak. He had manacles hanging from his belt, which puts me into the mind that he was one of those 2 fistful of trouble types. Then he did some magic, and that bug monster stepped out of thin air. The man and the monster just stared at each other. But I think they was talking with their minds. Then the bug monster popped over the hill, raging for blood, and the man took off. I didn't see where to, Nully. I'm real sorry about that. But I heard that monster talking like he was working for the Umbral Court. And the man sure didn't look like no member of no Umbral Court. Not to me. Nully says, yeah, we were just talking about that, Keb. She says. Now, he's telling you guys all this in a stage whisper. Now that he's getting into like the political end. So we're all huddled up, and luckily there's no one around. And those two are making enough noise to kind of cover earshot. Keb at this point has little else to add. Nully thanks him for his report before turning to you guys and asking you guys what you think. I will be kind at this point where the conversation's gone on for 5 minutes and you two realize that you lost your new pledge for your fraternity and come wandering back over and are now part of the conversation.
So we agree that I got 2 points for that fiend, right?
1.5. You ate that cone of cold like a little bitch.
Yeah, you scooted off from it. I took it on the chin.
The challenge was to not get hit, you daft fool.
All right. 1.5.
As I'm only deducting a half point. You didn't understand it. It's not your fault. You depend on your gear. That's you.
Oh, there
I
he
get
is.
that.
Hey.
Ha!
You gained half a point in my notes here, Doug. I wouldn't knock it. He's going to give you 1.5. He's trolling for 2. So what do you guys think? Think about what's all happened in the last 4 episodes. Bellflower
Something
Network.
is afoot.
No defining features that you could see from him that might mark him as a Scarlet Triad? Maybe the manacles?
I don't think Keb knows enough about the Triad to like, unless you guys want to draw. You're saying you're drawing him the symbol going, was this on his manacles, right?
Yeah, draw it into the dirt if he doesn't actually know them.
You mentioned the Triad. He doesn't know what you're talking about. You mentioned the symbol, and he wasn't really close enough to see like markings on his gear, but he was close enough to see manacles, the size of a short sword dangling off his hip. So he mentioned them. Human, tall, goldish skin, beard, red robes, and manacles.
It's Raceland Majir!
It's a red wizard of Thay. Wait, what?
Not Kryn, not Forgotten Realms. Keep trying.
Scheiße, I ran out of ideas. They've all been copyrighted at this point.
I love how Gibson just lit up at the mention of Red Wizard of Thay. No, Joe, I'm not making this a Red Wizard of Thay just for you. No, she just wants your honest opinion on what's going on or what you think might be happening here with anything that you guys have witnessed or whatever. Now, you got to remember, Nolly knows that you're traveling with Bellflower Network, have been tracking the Triad along with a member of her network that thought the Triad, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of becoming apparent now that Karam, who showed up in your town, was tracking something like on a hunch. The Bellflower Network weren't really, they had a lead, but they're like, Karam will look after it. It's probably nothing. He goes all the way to your town, finds evidence, stays with you, portals all the way back here, and keeps finding more and more and more evidence. Then you guys go to the warehouse and find solid evidence of the triad, and all kinds of conversations come here. And this is, his theory is really starting to solidify for not just himself and for you guys that are in your own way mixed up with the triad because of what's going on back home, but Nolly, who's another member of the Bellflower Network, is, kind of giving you guys props for backing Karam's theory, and now turns to you going, what else do you guys think? Like, is there anything else that I should know?
Given the current geopolitical state of this region, it would seem to me that the Triad's trying to destabilize local politics. Perhaps through a wrench in to the negotiations with my demon-selling friend that I met on the way over here. Now, why would the Triad be wanting to weaken the defences of this area? What have they to gain directly by that? Because it seems a lot of resources were going in to create this distraction. That was no slouch of a summoned fiend. What would cost a pretty penny in materials.
Nolly says, well, that tracks, but what and why they're doing, she's like, I'd have to think about it. What do you guys think?
Yeah. Oh, and also, where exactly did you see this man? Maybe we can track him.
Did someone say track? I'm pretty good at that. I'll do it.
Hey, glug glug, put on your sniffing nose.
I'll drop a survival in a tower.
Okay. So, and I hate to say this, but that would be both fraternity brothers following Keb over and away off the side of the hill to go pick up some tracks for a minute. Do you want to go where your cousin sends you?
Out of the two of us, one of us has scent.
No, I'm just saying, like, I just thought that was funny. Like, we just rescued him from him. And they're like, where did you see? And Keb's like, I can show you, And you guys are the trackers. And he's like, oh, shit. So while the three of them, Keb and the fraternity, head off and over the hill, and he's pointing where he thinks he saw the man, and you guys are trying to pick up the demon trail, the human trail, that kind of thing. While they're doing that, I'll come back to your rolls. Do you have survival as well for tracking, Ryan?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Okay, and your sensate gnome abilities, is there anything specific about scent for tracking? If it gives you just like a bonus?
Scent.
Or
Yeah, upwind, downwind. It's like old school.
Oh, okay.
What's the
All right,
range
so
on your scent, and is it precise or imprecise?
30 stat. If the thing is upwind to me, it's 60.
Okay. Strong winds out here. Crowded, trampled park. Now, the guy did the summoning like a minute ago, and then all of a sudden we hung out for the proverbial 10 minutes, right? So the trail isn't cold, but it might actually be a little bit more available. Maybe more available to Glug Glug, but it may not be so instantly pick upable to our nosed gnome. But I'll get back to that in a minute. So off they go. And she's asking all of you guys, anyone, fellow bellflower, gnomed world-traveled fellow cleric. Any theories, ideas, anything else you can tell me about Triad, about the bellflower, She seems to be having like this ready room moment, like October 5, we're theorizing about what he's going to do with that nuclear sub. And if anyone wants to add, now's the time,
Yeah, perhaps they're trying to destabilize the Cantargo in order to disrupt the Bellflower network, which has been a pain in their side due to the slave activity.
Interesting. Well, I guess your hunch was right. She says to you, Karam, you and your lads better go off, see what you can track down, and, keep signaling. But before you go, I like your advice. I've heard that there's rumors of a Nedalese devil attacking folks I asked for some advice. I know that a rumor or rumors of a Nedalese devil attacking these folks on Kite Hill will soon spread. Everybody saw it. Everyone's going to think, like, we know better, but like what that went down, the populace in the city are going to believe the crappy seed that these guys are planting, right? On one hand, this might be a good thing. Stirring up public sentiment against Nadal is helpful to our network, she says sidely to you, Karam. But on the other hand, I'm worried that the attack was a trick designed to throw unearned blame on the Neldalese. And that's something in the long run, you know, the city or the politics probably couldn't afford. I'm wondering what you guys think, you know, which way she should lean. Should she use her contacts to, like, lean into it, you know, and just take the benefit of this political ruse because it could help the network, or try to squash the rumor because it's not true and we don't know what damage it could do. You know what I mean? So we should maybe try to squash the rumor.
If I gotta have my two listen to this here, wouldn't it be advisable to say that there are heroes who walk amongst you, who won't stand for this kind of boldness?
Sure,
that tyrants
but,
come. Yes.
but I'm not
Both.
saying that we need you or we don't need you. I still thank you
No.
for the city's defense, but it's public opinion that Nadal is to blame. And political public opinion can shape the city's dealings with the country in the future. The fact that we have heroes, yourselves included, and others to stand against threats, that's a given. And if you want to spread your reputation around, that's fine with me. I can help you with that too. But if I don't
Nothing to do with that.
if I don't start spreading the message soon that Nadal actually wasn't behind the attack, it will be too late. So I'm kind of on the fence. I really need everyone's advice of whether I should let Nadal take the blame or insist that it isn't behind the attack. And since you boys have been behind this triad stuff, and you, Karam, since the get-go, I would really like your advice on this one, since I seem to be coming in late to the party.
My experience is always best to lead with the truth.
Easiest to remember.
Did have a conversation with somebody from the Umbral Court, and he seemed like an okay guy. Seemed to be doing what's best for him, but also for Kintargo.
Right then. She says, you choosing to help me help you exonerate Nadal? She says, well, I suppose this might help you curry a little favor from the Umbral Court later down the road. And if you guys let them take the blame, I'm sure any of these diplomats, you know, might be too busy to court or deal with you later, she says, kind of thinking through your, you know, what may and may not happen. So she's like, yeah, okay.
Well, but if it's not their blame, put blame where blame lies.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
If you don't know, you don't know. There's no shame in saying you don't know.
No, we have pretty good evidence that Nadal is not behind this. And if we don't know, someone will just, you know, if we don't lay down the facts, someone will make them up. And it'll lean right back to Nadal is to blame. Unfortunately, political opinion is sort of a black and white issue. But anyway, no, I think you've pretty much convinced me that you're the heroes of the day, she says, nudging Muros, you know, so he gets his props. And I'll do what I can to quell rumors that Nadal actually was behind this when we know they weren't. Because whatever that red-robed fella's up to and whoever he's with, triad or no, it can't be any good for us or the city in the long run, even though it might be advantageous for the Bellflower Network to let the D's take the fall in the short. Oh well. You boys best get out there and do your tracking. I'll see you next time.
Yeah, you know it. You know, don't